Hi everyone, this is Heba from My Little Journal, and I'm really excited to be sharing all the new kits and stamp sets that are releasing at the Kelly Purkey shop. Today is August 28th, 2019. There's a lot to share, so I'm going to do this really quick or as fast as I can. I'm going to start with the stamp sets. Okay, you guys, I'm going to start with this first stamp set here. It's called In the Stacks, and it's all about documenting your favorite reads, book signings, author visits, book club. I love this long live independent bookstores. Bookstores are magic, library. I love these like newsstand bookstores. Such a cute little stamp set. I have a reading journal, so this stamp set is going to be perfect for that. So this stamp is called Well Read, and I am in love. Love the stack of books, Well Read. You have this little section here that you can fill out. So you can fill out the title, the author. Then you have all the different genres that you can fill your little box here with the genre. So young adult, thriller, nonfiction, romance. Love it. I really, really love the stamp set. That is the cutest little stamp with the book in the center of the headphones to kind of represent your audiobooks. And then bookworm, read, to read, perfect for my reading journal. I can't wait, even though I did start using it already, but I just love that stamp set. Next up, this one's called I'm Fine, and this one was designed by Life Love Paper. It's a cute little stamp set. It has the A+ adult. That one's cute. I'm Fine with a smiley face, the little light bulb, okay with a rainbow. Just cute little stamps. Okay, so next up we have 3 different alphas. I'm gonna just go through them real quick. This one's called Dalton Lower. I love these tiny ones. Those are perfect for project life, or because you can see the difference in the sizes in this one and that. These are much smaller. And then you got, and they're all lowercase, it seems. And one is Walter Lower. So I'm thinking these coordinate. They sure do. These go together. So you have the Dalton and the Walter Lower. So they're buildable little alpha stamps. So perfect. You guys know how much I love my alphas. Those are the stamp sets that are releasing, the add-on stamp sets. And let's go through the kits real quick. Okay, you guys, let's start with the main kit. I'm going to start with the stamp set first. So this stamp set is adorable. I will be sharing in my project life how to use this stamp set, but it's so simple and so easy. If you stamp out is for, and with this little box, you can obviously fill out the box with whatever pattern and then whatever letter. So if you were going to document books, let's say, you can add B is for and then write out books if you'd like. You could even kind of fill them out. Probably you could fill it out with the alphas themselves or write it. It's such a cute little stamp set. I love these little borders of letters, and it's just one stamp, if you can see that. So they're not separate letters. And then you have beyond words, the things we say. This is my love language. Oh, and this kit is called Love Language, by the way. I'm so excited about this stamp set. It is adorable, and I can't wait to use it. Let's move on. You get some alpha stickers in blue and the labels. The 4x6s, so cute. You could document school, back to school with this kit. I love that. It has like the dictionary in there, so pretty. And I really, really like how that looks. Really cool. Love those. So I'm really loving this kit, by the way. These 3x4 cards are so cute to document the kids going back to school. But you could document whatever you want. There's that T is for today, and you can kind of use that whole box with is for the same way. But there are some really adorable cards here that you could use. Feel so good. And if you weren't documenting back to school, they still work. That's what I love about Kelly Purkey's kits. They always coordinate. They'll work for anything. It doesn't have to be a specific theme or a specific week. I love this so much. I'm going to put this kit away real quick, and then I'm going to share with you the Traveler's Notebook Kit. So our Traveler's Notebook Kit is adorable. This one is called The Bad Place. Now I have an old stamp set from Kelly where she uses the Mother Trucker and stuff, but I love the Son of a Biscuit. That one's so cute. And then she has What the Fork. I think it was probably this one, the Holy Shirt. So cute. I can't wait to use this. I'm hoping to use this kit today with you guys. You did get some alpha stickers in this kind of tannish brown. And then the papers are very similar to the main kit. So you do have the boxes. Kelly's known for those boxes, and I love using them to add photos. But I really love this. And I think this one's going to probably work really nicely with the photo that I'm thinking of documenting today. But again, you know, Kelly, she always gives you the pattern twice, but on different patterns, if that makes sense. So you can always end up using that pattern twice. I love that. And I love the censored one right there. And what I love about this kit, that the colors are very basic. The patterns are basic. It would work for anything I want to document, even if I didn't want to use the stamp set with the pattern papers, if that makes sense. So it doesn't mean that you have to use the stamp set with your papers, but you know, you have the option, I guess. So that's the Traveler's Notebook Kit. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the mini kit for you. So this month's mini kit has 3x8 papers, and it was designed by Love Life Paper. And this one is definitely school themed. So you have the school bus, back to school, reach for the stars, be kind, A+. Then you have like a globe. You can even use those inside the little globe, and a pencil. Very cute. Label stickers in green. And then your 3x8 cards or papers. I don't work in 3x8s a lot. So when I get kits like this with a 3x8, I will still use these in my Traveler's Notebook. And there's so many different ways you can use these papers in your Traveler's Notebook. It does not mean you have to use it in a 3x8 album. Definitely use it in a Traveler's Notebook, even if it doesn't cover your whole page. You know, I always like add this to the page, which I love this pattern, by the way. And I'll probably use the empty space to add my title or something. So don't feel like you can only use it in a 3x8. You can even trim them down and use them as 3x4s in your Project Life album. But these are adorable. I love this August 2019. Really cute papers and a nice little kit for you guys there to document your kids going back to school. And I think that's it for now. I'm going to start working my Traveler's Notebook using the Traveler's Notebook kit. So keep watching if you're interested to see how my layout comes together. Okay, you guys, let's start working in my Traveler's Notebook, and I'm going to end up using the Traveler's Notebook kit only. I'm loving the pink pattern paper. I just felt like it matched my photo really well. So I end up using both of those pattern papers, so it's going to end up covering both sides of my spread. Now, my photo is a large one. I usually don't use 4x6s, but this one ended up being a 4x6. I'm going to trim it, not in half. I'm going to have like one side longer than the other because I knew I wanted to add journaling. So what I decided to do is use this pattern paper. I took it to my typewriter, journaled in one of the boxes. I'm using the stamp set from the kit to stamp out, "Oh, this is bad." Now the word bad comes in a phrase. I want to cover up the other words because I just want to use bad. And to do that, I just used my washi tape. I'm going to stamp out bad, so my phrase or my title is going to be, "Oh, this is bad." Once I stamp that out, I'm going to trim out this little box and use it on my spread. I really didn't want to use the whole pattern paper, and I can always use the other boxes either to add pictures in a different spread or add more journaling in a different spread. I'm not going to throw it away, that's for sure. Once I trim out my journaling, I'm going to end up adding it to the left side of my spread. I'll tuck it right underneath my photo. And I like that look where my spread isn't balanced properly. I think it looks pretty cool. But anyways, by the way, I am documenting my daughter hurting her wrist. She plays so many instruments and she was complaining about her wrist. The doctor said that it was from holding all these instruments and playing them all the time. So she was kind of bummed, and I felt like the stamp set or this kit just worked really well to document how she felt. And that's why I'm going to end up stamping a bunch of these stamps from the stamp set, because they just worked really well. She was bummed because she can still play, but she has to kind of take it easy and always wear that little wristband. I don't know what they're called. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and stick everything down. And now I'm going to go through my Kelly Purkey labels. Yes, these are not from the kit, but if you are a subscriber to Kelly Purkey, I'm sure you have a bunch of these labels. So you can definitely use them to stamp your little phrases in. This is what I decided to do. I wanted to bring in some of the color from her shirt. So I ended up stamping Son of a Biscuit at the top end of my label. That way I'm not wasting the whole large label. I can always add this other half that I trim off back to my label sheet and use it on a different spread. I'm going to end up tucking that behind my photo. I'm creating a little cluster of labels, if that makes sense. I will end up grabbing some sticker paper as well and stamping, I believe I stamped Holy Shirt. I love to play around with the shapes of whatever I stamp out. This really helps with your cluster. If you stamp everything on just straight rectangular labels or square labels, it's going to look very flat. But if you kind of play around with it, add some circles, add some squares, it makes everything like more dimensional and, you know, more interesting. But anyways, back to my spread. I did do a second generation stamping right underneath my journaling and just stamped Whoopsie Daisy. I ended up using my circle punch to punch out the Holy Shirt and added that to my cluster. I'm also gonna stamp What the Fork, but I felt like I wanted to bring in a different color, my third color, which I'm taking from her shirt from the photo. And I chose the red, and I'm tucking that at the top of my spread. This is where I'm gonna go into my stash and grab some puffy stickers. Because I was stamping a lot, I needed dimension. So using my puffy stickers to add a few like to my journaling, a few at the top cluster, some to the right cluster, just to bring in a different color and to bring in some dimension to my spread, because I just felt like it was way too flat. I go back into my stamp set. There was another circle stamp that I really wanted to use, and I end up stamping it on the circle label, but the label was so big. What I decided to do was use my circle punch to punch it out, and I still have that blue around, but it's not so in your face. But that little bit that I trimmed out just fit perfectly on my first circle stamp, if that makes sense. So I end up adding it to my first punched out circle stamp. And it worked perfectly, and it brought in the same color from my label. So I really like how that looked. Adding some staples, just using my tiny attacher to add more dimension. And I believe I call my layout done. That was really quick. It came together so fast. This is why I love using my kits only to create my spreads. I definitely recommend it. Anyways, you guys, don't forget, I add all the links for everything that released at the Kelly Purkey shop down in the description box for you. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.